Hi, this is Dr. Kajiki of the Valley Thyroid Institute. I am the owner and director of the Valley Thyroid Institute. We have worldwide treatment. All of our consultations are done through Skype and phone, so there's no need to actually come to the office itself. I want to talk to you about a question I get asked relatively frequently, and that's what's the normal range of the thyroid? And you'd be shocked to hear this, but every range is different at every lab. So if you've ever been to different labs and got your TSH checked, whether it's LabCorp or Quest or Western Sciences or Digital or whatever lab you go to, you'll see that TSH range, it varies from lab to lab, region to region, state to state. It may go from 0.5 to 5.6. Okay? The labs here in Los Angeles, they typically go from 0.5 to 4.5. Okay? So you may be normal in one lab, but abnormal in another. And the reason is because the way they get the lab test ranges, and notice on every lab test you look, it never says normal range. It says reference interval or interval range or something like that. It never says normal range. Okay? But the way they get these ranges is they take a segment of that population of that lab, they put those in a bell curve, they throw out the highs, they throw out the lows, and that's the range. So the population and the health in Little Rock, Arkansas may be different than in San Diego, California. And think about the people who get these lab tests. Okay? Are the people who get lab tests very healthy, robust, athletic, fit people? Or are they people who are ill? People who are on medication? People who are not on medication? People who have cancer? People who have diabetes? People who have heart disease? Those are all the people who are getting these blood tests, not normal, healthy, robust individuals. So they're comparing you against a sick population of people where they throw out the worst of the worst and they throw out the best of that sick population. And that's what they're telling you your quote unquote normal range is. So there is no normal range. Okay. Now I use something called a functional range, which is used by a lot of different natural healthcare practitioners, and it's used by the Board of Endocrinology. And what we found out was we took a segment of the population who had no disease processes, who weren't on any kind of medications, and we put them in a bell curve. We threw out the highs, we threw out the lows, and the range I use is 1.8 to 3.0. Now, some other natural doctors, they may use 1.5 to 2.0, but it's a more narrow range. So that's the reason why I will catch more of these thyroid problems that these other labs miss. So the answer to the original question is there is no normal range. The range is going to vary from lab to lab, region to region. I use 1.8 to 3.0, and so anything outside of 1.8, anything outside of 3.0 is what I consider to be abnormal. Now, is it so abnormal that you need medication? Don't know. We have to see. There's other factors going on. You don't just have a thyroid gland that works all independently on its own. There's different factors that affect that thyroid function, okay, called triggers. And we're going to talk about triggers in a later video.